Hello everyone, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my craft room. We are going to make this absolutely elegant card today. Isn't that beautiful? I have not given this set enough attention when I received it from Spellbinders. I am an affiliate. There are links below for you to click on. And when you do that and place an order, I do receive a small commission. That's at no cost to you. Thank you so much for supporting me and my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to use a few things. This is already ready to go and heated up, but let's talk about what we're going to use first. This gorgeous embossing folder. I say this all the time about Spellbinders. And see this down here? It says E3D. This is a 3D embossing folder, okay? But I say this all the time. I love that these embossing folders are large. They're 5.5 by 8.5. They're wonderful for scrapbooking. You can even use them this way on a really nice layout. Of course, like this also. You can cut it down. You can use part of it, you know. But there's so much to do when the embossing folder is this big. And I just absolutely love that about them. So we're going to use that. We're going to use this little set here. It has the boughs, and we're going to make, these are so cute, we're going to make little pine cones. Get my pine cone to stick together there. And so it's called Hemlock, Pine Cones, and Chickadee. So Hemlock, Pine Cones, and Chickadee. I'm not great at coloring, but I thought I did a pretty decent job on my little bird this time. But I used some sponges. So we're going to do that. Let's see, what else did I use? The sentiments are the Snow Garden sentiments. So everything that I have is packaged differently because it is samples. Of course, you get the real packaging. Let's go ahead and make our little, I just want to glimmer this, and I want to use the reverse of it. This is just a piece of beautiful green glimmer. I purchased a set of foil that was silver, gold, red, and green, and this was the green that was in it. I absolutely love it for Christmas. Just really, really pretty. I'm going to take this as just a scrap piece of Hammermill cardstock. I'm just going to lay it like this because I want to make sure that my shadow die, of course, can, you know, take everything. So, because I don't want to run into the white. So I'm going to put that right there. Take a piece of low tack tape. And I'm just going to make a little hinge right there. And we're going to put pretty to pretty side of the foil to the pretty side of the hot foil plate. Just like that. That's perfect. I'm going to put it here on top of my Glimmer hot foil machine at an angle. I've learned that if you put it on an angle, you do get a little bit of a better press of the foil into the paper. Now, the system comes with two pads, a thin shim and a spacer pad. You want to put the thin shim down first. It's kind of like a frosted green, and because it has a little bit of a heat protectant in it, and then put your spacer pad on top. Simple, simple. Let me move everything out of the way here. Bring in my Platinum 6. And as soon as that stops blinking, I'll be right back and we'll continue with this card. Okay, I have 3 solid lights. I'm going to undock this and run it through my Platinum. I'm just going to roll it through one time because I want a really nice press up into the paper with the foil. But what I really want is the negative part of this. Let me show you. Let's move this really quick. So I'm going to peel this back. Look how pretty this Merry Christmas is. Oh, that's gorgeous. Isn't that gorgeous? So now here on this paper, I have plenty of room to die cut that, and that's beautiful, okay? But I want this part. I hope I haven't cut that off at the top. No, I'm just right there. Woo! I could have dropped that down a little bit, but I'm just right there at the top. But we're good. Okay, so I'm going to cut this back. And we're going to cut both of these out. They're going to look beautiful, really. Let's see, I think, do I have enough room there? Yeah. Okay. Just in case. Now, I'm going to dock that back up. I'm going to use the solid hot foil plate. I'll link this below for you. If you purchase the system and want to get into foiling, just go ahead and add this to your order first thing because it's wonderful. And this is what we do with it. The negative foil, pretty side goes to pretty side and then the paper on top. So as soon as my lights come on, I'll be right back. Okay, my lights are on. I push my timer button. I have my hot foil plate here. The pretty side is the indented side. So we put this foil on top, pretty side to pretty side. I'm going to put my paper on top of this. And then my shims, just the way we did it, thin shim and spacer pad. Right there. Perfect. Let's move these aside. Bring the platinum in. And while that's blinking, let's go ahead, because I don't want to waste this, of course. I want to cut that out. It's so pretty. That green is just elegant and foils very nicely. You know, some colors are more difficult, I find, to foil. This gold foils well for me, of course. So you're seeing this green. Sometimes I have a little trouble with red. With, you know, a little over foiling or flaking. But this was nice and crisp. Okay, my lights lit up there. We're going to have this rolled out nicely. My desk is getting full of things. Okay. Which is good. Okay, let's roll this out. Now, I'm on a solid hot plate, okay? So, when I do something like this, I like that foil to really transfer up into that paper. And I roll it back and forth a few times. And you kind of see with this, I'm not taking, you know, I'm not doing it really all that slow. I'm not flying through it, but I did roll it through a few times, right? Move this aside. Here's this pretty Merry Christmas. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that green. I love that. Okay, let's see. Let's see how we did. That is hot plate. Oh, that came out wonderful. Now, this always has a thin layer. But see what I mean about the solidness of that foil? It's because I ran it through there, and I mean, it might have transferred the first time through, but I want to be sure when I'm doing this with the reverse foil, and there's no problem with it really because you can't like shift it, you know, because it's a solid piece. So let me move that. Let's bring this back in. I'm going to put this plate over here, and let's bring this in and give this a cut. Whew, just made it at the top there. I got lucky. Got very, very lucky on that one. Oh, this is so pretty. There we go. Right, if we whisper, it won't move. See, I talked, so it moved. Gotta whisper. Okay. There we go. Okay. Look at that, is gorgeous. See, so this is where the green, the foil is on top of the paper, and this is where the foil is kind of sitting into the paper and the white becomes on top. It comes through. So I love them both. They're absolutely gorgeous. We'll see which one we're going to use, not sure. But I really do love them both. And you'll love these sentiments. Let me show you these sentiments. Because, oh, I needed to, well, we could put the gold one on the inside with this. On the inside of the card, I did this sentiment, and I did it in gold. May you be surrounded by all the things that bring Christmas cheer. I did it in green. Oh, I have a green one. Oh, hey, okay, I'm going to use this one. I didn't know. I thought I just had a gold and the red. But see, I keep them because I know I'm going to use them. So we're going to use this on the inside. Oh, I'm excited. So anyway, okay, so that's like an inside sentiment. I love when they have something like that, right? And of course, it has the shadow die, okay? And then we have the word believe. It has a shadow die. So there's that. And then we have Season's Greetings. I've been using the Merry Christmas a lot. I love that because I love the font on the big M and the C. Okay, but I need to be using Season's Greetings a lot too. This Believe is beautiful, but yes, I have used, you have seen me use the Merry Christmas more than anyone of them. But you're going to love these sentiments because, like I said, I use this one for the inside. And isn't that fun on a card? I'm so excited that I looked in there and I found that with you guys. That's wonderful. Okay, so we have a little die cutting to do. I've already cut one of the bows. Let's go ahead and do some cutting. So for this, how many did I use? I think I used 4. Ooh, it looks like I'm only going to get 3 out of this piece of paper. Now, the middle of the cutting plate, let me show you this. I've showed this on a few videos. This die is intricate, okay? I like to cut it on the middle of the cutting plate here. The Platinum 6 has a little raised area right here that gives you just a little bit more oomph, you know, to press that die into the paper. So I really like that about that machine. And as you can see now, the bows, they're just going to poke right out of here. I wanted to at least cut one with you guys. But see, they're all poked out. They're all cut. But it's because I cut it in the center there. And like I said, this is so intricate. Let me just go ahead and cut the third one. Might as well, right? We're having fun. Will it fit? I think it will. There we go. Using up my cardstock here. And sometimes I go back and forth just to give it a little bit more pressure too, because of this having so many intricate pieces to it. You know, these little bows, the ins and outs. Just need to cut one more of these. I'll do that off camera in just a few minutes, but we're going to cut some more pieces. Okay, let me throw that away. Should I just get another piece? Maybe I should. Do I have another piece? Yeah, here. Okay. Let's just cut the 4 that we need. Why not? Take a second, right? What's it take? All of 15 seconds, right? That came from whatever. Always remember, if you have the Magic Mat, it has side 2. I've been using side 1. You see, it is loved. It is loved. Absolutely. Some people like a Magic Mat and some people don't. I love mine. I will always have one. There we go. There we go. Good. Now, so now we cut that. We did a little foiling. Oh, we're really moving along. Okay. Then this is the inside of the card. We already have our sentiment picked out. Now look at this die right here. It says 2 times. You want to cut these to make 3 pine cones twice. I want to cut out my little bird right here. And I'm going to cut out from, yes, I use the notched corner frames, of course, here to go with that beautiful embossing folder. So we're going to send all of this through. Let's see, I'm done with my little bird. We have to color him or her, whatever you want to call it. Got my frame, and we're going to do a little ink blending on that. And now I have 3 of these guys. I want to make 3 pine cones. These are fun to make. You just kind of layer them up and squish them together. I'm just going to kind of line them up down here. Well, I'm taking them off, might as well, right? So there's that, and then just run this back through again. I've been busy in this craft room, I'm telling you. They sent me so many beautiful projects that, you know, to work on, so many beautiful things. Spellbinders did. And, you know, I went through and worked on them a little bit and, you know, did about one, you know, card with each. But then I love to go back and revisit and then recreate. Because I watch everybody else's designs and they're absolutely gorgeous. So they give me inspiration. All right, now we're going to use our 3D embossing folder. As you saw, I took away all the plates because we're going to use this sandwich right here. Plate A, our 3D embossing folder with our paper in there. And then D, this paper has a white core. And I picked this specifically because I want a little bit of the white core. Do you see it right here? Just showing through on that gray. A lot of people don't like white core. And there was a long time that actually, scrapbook.com and Spellbinders got me into it. There was a long time I would be like, oh, white core, I don't want to get that. But I have found a love for it. So I'm just going to place that in the middle of our gorgeous embossing folder. I do what this says, okay? It looks like the open part is toward the machine, so that's the way I put it. And I've not had any trouble. And then adapter plate D, it's so easy to emboss with the 3D embossing folder. It's just a really easy peasy sandwich. And this embossing folder is stunning. Watch this. Look at that. And see with the white core, it just gives it almost like a little sanded look, I could say. So there's that. Let's put that to the side. And are we done? Yeah, there we go. Let's move this. Let's bring our card base in. And let's go ahead and assemble the inside of the card. Just going to use a little glue here. Now, that gray cardstock I got from the Playful collection, I'll link it below for you. Let me get this centered. Just like that. This is the Playful collection, so it had some really nice colors in it from scrapbook.com. And like I said, it's white core. And I guess, you know, with different applications, there's, of course, you know, different things you can do. With, you know, there might be a place that you're like, oh no, absolutely no white core here. You know, I need solid. So there's always, you know, a place for everything. So put this on the inside. Turn that over. Let's bring this in. This should be 5.5, yep, by 4 1/4, right there. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I love that embossing folder. Love it. Now here we're going to use a lot of glue because I always say it's like trying to stick down an English muffin in all the nooks and the crannies. Here we go here. But we're just coming right along here, aren't we? Okay, now, I went to Hobby Lobby the other day, maybe a week or so ago, and I picked up a few things, and I needed a wink of Stella. I forgot to add it to my scrapbook.com order, and then when I tried to, they were out of them. Okay, so I went there, and I picked up a silver instead. They didn't have a clear, and I didn't realize it, because I don't think I would have bought it, but this is what is so fantastic. Hang on. Get a piece of paper here. Okay, so this is what, I'm just going to use some scrap paper right here. This is what's so fantastic about the whole, everything. So like when you make a mistake purchasing something, then all of a sudden you realize that you're going to use it like crazy. So I just have some old scrap paper here, and watch what happens. I'm going to take the silver wink of Stella. Now these are pretty, just the way they are, but I'm going to cover every piece of it, and it's going to darken the color. The entire bow gets shimmery. Right there it was. Do you see that? Oh, right there it is. That's a good shot of it right there. That's amazing. From a boo-boo purchase. And I'm so happy that I did it. I love it on here. Absolutely wonderful. So I just sloppily, as you see, is sloppily a word? Very haphazardly, threw down this glitter on these bows. There's one. And it's actually a lot of fun because you don't have to worry about staying in the lines or anything. And you are getting a fantastic result. And it's so fast. We're just going to keep going here. Why not? Just like that. I love doing it. So let me just pick this up. Look at that. Entire thing is shimmery. I love it. Absolutely. So you just kind of squeeze it and the glitter will come down, the alcohol glitter will come down into that barrel and then just paint it on. And away you go. Now, there's all kinds of colors of Wink of Stella. And I think scrapbook.com just came out with a pink one. I thought that would be gorgeous. Especially if you were doing like cupcakes for a little girl's birthday party. I thought that would be great on there. But this, like I say, a boo-boo purchase. I thought to myself, well, why drive back, take it back, da da da. I'll just keep it. I'll use it sometime. Well, sometime was just right around the corner. Here's this one. And now we have all of these painted. And like I said, as you see, taking no pains to do this. So, if you want to add something to your arsenal that, you know, just at times gives you what you need, you could always throw any color Wink of Stella pen on your order and just start to collect them. There we go. So, like, this is a little wet, okay? So I'm going to move that to the side. Let me get another piece of paper. These are all my scraps. And then I'm going to take my little notched corner frame here. Hopefully I don't have too much all over my fingers. And let's see, just a little bit of ink. This is kind of a brownish sandy color. And this has a little dome. I like this. I've ordered some foam dome to go on my little handle there. But this is the one I had in my drawer. It squeaks a little bit. It was cracking me up this afternoon when I was making this card. So I'm just going to come around here. And just get the edges of this. And like I said, this is a brownish grayish color. But you could use like any kind of a light brown. I needed something to offset that gray. Now we're going to come to the middle. And I also saw someone do something like this with a different shape. And they had like a brownish, and then in the middle it was light. And I really liked the effect of it, and I thought it would look great with this card. See, I want the outside to be darker than that middle. So it kind of like fades. These are really working out pretty good. I told you, these are about, like, they've got to be 10 to 20 years old if they're a day. Now I'm going to take it and flick these edges even more than darker, a little bit darker than what they are. Okay, and I like it. We're going to put that aside. We're going to go ahead and color our little bird. So this was just me doing my coloring. I took some markers. I did its little beak yellow. You can use pencils, Sharpies, whatever you want. Did its little beak yellow. And it's nice that Spellbinders has all of these little etched places because I knew where the beak stopped. For the little eye, I just have a black marker here. I'm just going to not fill anything in. I'm just putting one dot. That's it. Then I'm going to take this brown right here, and I'm going to do its little feet and its little belly. Just going to kind of rub it down there. I'm not one to take markers in here and start coloring this bird. I have to be honest with you guys, I am absolutely not that talented. I've seen some people do so many beautiful things. It just, you know, I just craft. So, and let me tell you, when I watch people that do that kind of thing, I just look and go, oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, so I came around the bird just like that. Now I'm going to go in with just a little bit of blue. I'm going to do a little teeny tiny, smaller sponge dauber. It's not teeny tiny, it's just a sponge dauber. But I'm just going to kind of, I'm not circling, I'm just flicking the blue onto the bird. Then if I want it a little bit darker, I can. If I want it a little bit lighter around the head, I can. That looks pretty, right? Not too bad for somebody that doesn't color too well. I like it. Let's make him a little bit darker. Here we go. Have character. I want to come up here just a little bit on his breast. A little bit of that brown on the sponge. Good. And I think I'm happy with that. Cute. Let's get his little feet darker, like his toes. There we go. Cute. Alright, now, let's go ahead and put these guys together, might as well. Well, I've got a piece of old Stampin' Up! Paper out here, right? I use everything. So I want to make 3. And I like to just lay them out like this. Okay. I'll get my pokey tool here. My little picker-upper. Close this ink. And I'll get my fine tip glue bottle. And I'll start to glue these together. I put glue on one, pick it up, alternate the little parts of the cone. I put another dab of glue, pick up another piece, alter that, or alternate. What am I saying? And there we go. Each time, just make sure that it is turned. Put that there. Let's do it again and again. So let's do them together. Dot, dot. There we go. Okay, I know I'm sticky. Put another one. Push that down on there a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now another little dot of glue. And then a couple more. They're just really, really layered up, okay? Now these two, that glue is more wet. Now what I do is I just take the little thing and crunch it together. That's all, both sides. And here's our pine cone. Isn't that cute? I love it. I love this. That's how simple. I squish in one side, in the other, almost like making a little square. Whoop, one of mine came out. Almost like making a little square of it. And I might have put 2 mediums over here and 2 smalls over here. I don't really think it matters, honest. As long as it's filled up with brown looking little pine cones. And now this one. And I squish it in the side and squish it on that side, almost like making a square out of the little thing. And it makes the cutest little pine cones. Isn't that hemlock, pine cones, and chickadee? I love that. Okay, there's that. Now, let's remove that and bring in this. Now what I want to do is position our beautiful boughs around. I want one coming up through here, and I want the boughs to be loose, so I'm just putting glue down the center just like that. And now on the bottom I want 2. I want one here. That looks like that got a little bit too juicy in there. Let's see if I've got something to pick that up with. I don't want to smush it though. You'd almost about rather let it dry, right? Yeah, because I could smush it into the card. I think we'll just leave it. Don't touch it. We'll get this one. And put it going this way. But now, and let everything overlap. But remember, none of this now is coming off of the card. Okay, so we have 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. We can scooch that over just a little bit there. I want it to come to the edge, see? I want to bring this in, and I'm going to put some foam. Get one more piece. Okay, here we go. And that should be fairly good. And now we're going to bring this in and place this right over top. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. Now you kind of understand that gray and that brown, and now this effect in here, how it gives it that, wow. That is beautiful. Okay, now next one, next bow. I want it to come down this way, right across that. So pretty. So pretty. Just like that. Let me put this right here. Let me bring in my Merry Christmas. Let's see. No, I don't like the white. Okay. I didn't think so. Yeah, I need the dark. Okay. Just checking it out. Let's go ahead and get some more. Well, actually, we don't need all that foam because that's popped up already. I'm going to put 2 little pieces over here. And then I'm going to put a little liquid glue over here because our notched corner frame is already up on foam. So I need this side to be the same. And I'm just going to stick my Merry Christmas right there. And, oh, I love it. Now we're going to put our little bird on. And I want it to kind of hang out on a branch. This would look great with the season's greetings also on here. I need to use those other sentiments. They need love too. I'm just a little partial to that one. And I'm going to put this little bird like it's sitting on the branch. Oh my goodness, so cute. Now let's go ahead and add our pine cones. Now you could put glue dots back here, liquid glue, whatever you're happy with. I'm just going to stick it right here on the corner. Let it kind of open up just a little bit. And just squish them. Easy peasy, just squish them. I'll put this one right in here. And then this one I'm going to put up here. Just like that. And here is our absolutely gorgeous card. This needs a little glue right here. See that? That's bouncing. I need this to sit. I'm going to just bend that back a little bit. Little glue. Sit. Okay. Here we go. Here's our card. How beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a gorgeous collection with the Hemlock, Chickadees, and the cones. So I really, wow, they came out beautiful. Look at that silver wink of Stella. I hope you like this card. I do. I like it a lot. But I didn't give it enough attention, and I'm so happy that I colored the little bird. I hope you like it. It's a pretty little Christmas card, right? Thanks again for watching. All the links are below for you to place any kind of an order with any of your craft supplies. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.